Hello, water signs. Welcome to the Power of Three and another Hocus Pocus message. It's April 2025. So this is where we look at where the Hocus Pocus is in happening in your life. Okay, whether it whatever level it's on. Okay, I so far, and this one hasn't let me down. So like all four of them, I think I remember the last three anyway. But the majority of the energy has been about being misled our whole lives, like all of us, in what we're taught, whatever religion you grew up in. Um, it can blatantly not make sense right in front of your face, and people just keep on keeping on with shit that doesn't even make any sense. So, there's no exception here. Okay, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There might be something here for you. Remember, it's still general, so if it doesn't resonate with you, I'm kind of getting tired of asking people to like and subscribe because then I look and there's like 3 views, 2 views, 4 views, and then people don't hit the like button. So, um, yeah, I'm just going to carry on. Here we go. From the Holy Spirit, take therefore no thought for the tomorrow, for tomorrow shall take thought for the things of itself. So worried about tomorrow. I'm right away, that's part of it, okay? Is being taught to worry about tomorrow. Even though it might not come out like that verbally, in the message and the grind of it, whatever it is, because there's so many different ones, it doesn't make any sense, and you end up worrying about tomorrow. So this is where it really kicks in good. This is the Sacred Rebels Oracle. We've got diving for light. Diving for light. Now, when you dive, I don't know if I've never dove, but I've watched it, okay? And it doesn't take a genius to figure out that when you dive, it's dark down there. Very dark. There's no light on waiting for you down there. So how can you dive for light? Supporting that from the Dark Goddess Oracle, you got Inara, and it's trickery. Everything is a trick, okay? Everything we're taught is a trick, except for Jesus. But even his message, they took that, twisted it for their own use and good, okay? Totally taking the truth that he brought and throwing that out, because that's it. They don't want us to know that. So think about it. Trickery. Do you want to know where the trickery is here with this specific? Diving for light. When you go diving, you take your light with you. The light's within you. The light goes down with you. There's no light down there to dive for. Makes sense, right? It's just common sense. That's the energy for all the Hocus Pocus. A white sheep in the black, or the black sheep in the white, however it vibes with you, you stand out different. Your brain says, why am I the only one that questions this? Why am I the only one that says, you know what? I'm going to say it out loud in English. This doesn't make any sense. Where other people just blindly follow it. Okay? So, seems the water signs are no different than the rest of the elements this month. This is the Hocus Pocus Tarot for the main spread. So let's see what comes out for you. I also have I've been putting an initial on it, the extra clarification. So right off there we go. There's 2, sorry. The Queen and the 4 of Wands. Now these 2 came out in the last video, so I don't know what up with that, but this is your energy, the Queen of Cups. In the last video, which I think was Earth Signs, it was about who raised you, okay? Who showed you care. So it doesn't surprise me that this came out, because it seems to be the same theme for all the elements this month. People waking up to And literally, maybe you've woke up a long time ago, but maybe it's time to stand up to what you feel is the truth and what you feel that you've been told that you don't agree with, what you've been told that doesn't make any sense. Four of Wands. This art card also was in the last one. It's because it's our stability. Excuse me. This is where we come from. Where we came from, our home, our parents. This is what we were brought up to believe. Let's get one more. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, please. Ace of Cups. So for the again, your energy, water signs, love could have given you the, I'll say, backbone, because it's not easy to stand up to everything and everybody that you know and love, because you don't want to be left alone on your own. So you may have kept quiet, but now that you've met maybe your true love and love has began, now you can open up to them and they give you the confidence to. 10 of Cups, see? The 10 is here. Your happiness is being pulled. Your happiness is growing in another area, and you're being pulled in that direction, which is giving you the confidence to pull yourself away from this trickery and wasting your time diving for light when the light is within you, and you know that. It's common sense. But fear is what keeps people, that's the main thing that keeps people questioning anything that you're told that doesn't make any sense. If you question it, it's the or else that keeps most people from questioning it. This is the double major, so that means that there's two of everything, two of every card in the deck. So one's the normal one, traditional one that we used to, and then the other one is what it is. So we'll see what comes out for the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, April 2025 for their highest good. Knight of Pentacles. See, you've just been kind of sitting in idle, waiting. You've got something started now in love. It's solid. It's going somewhere with this pentacle. You're not rushing. But that's coming in under the Queen. That's coming in under the person that, and it's your energy too, this, but, maybe there's a lot of water signs in your family too. Like maybe your mother's a water sign too. You could be a Pisces and your mother's a Scorpio or something like that, right? There's a lot of water here. I think that the problem is, it's the other thing that keeps people tied, bound, and tricked, is they play on fear, and then they play on love, right? It's hard to go against the person that loved and raised you and cared for you your whole life when they've told you something is this way, and you get to the point where you want to say, I love you, but I don't agree with you. Because you can't control what happens after that. Four of Wands for the water signs, please. Temperance. But it's not the one the traditional one, okay? This Temperance is not waiting on divine timing. See that butterfly? There's a spiritual guidance here that's from within. That butterfly hovering over there, see how the character there is Temperance, is paying attention to the butterfly. soaking her feet, resting. One cup's right down in the water and the other one's on the shore. See that cup? That's a cup just laying in the water. She's not holding it. She's not controlling. You don't want to be controlled, okay? You don't want your emotions controlled. You don't want to have fear put in you where your beliefs are concerned. And you don't want to be controlled by someone that you love dearly for, with fear linked to that. Like being cut off from somebody that you care for. Ace of Cups. High Priestess. See? Your intuition has been guiding you and you've just kept it to yourself. But now that love has began, it's giving you the freedom and the strength to not fear and know that love will be there for you. You didn't have that before. Maybe all you had was the love of your family. And now that you have your own love, it's different. You can cut that cord now. Hopefully, I strongly feel like you don't want to, but you have to. Now, that doesn't mean that they go away. That's up to them, right? Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups, but not the traditional one. It's, well, kind of coming in ass backwards. Let's see what's behind that. The King of Pentacles. And you've got the Knight of Pentacles here. So, you see, I feel like with this Knight of Pentacles, because this guy came out too at the bottom of the deck for another element. But with this guy here, I feel like male or female, doesn't take it how it applies. They're not being like, they know, the family knows that your new love goes against their grain. Put it that way. So it's not a romance that's being, your union isn't being celebrated. Put it that way. Let's extra clarify with the Kipper deck. I feel like I've almost done the same reading for all the elements, but well, I feel it is the majority of life, even life gone by. My parents, my grandparents, so on and so forth, and probably the same for you. Whatever you were raised in it's been going on for generations. But this generation is different. Diving for light with trickery. Judgment, see? So when you point out that, when you go diving down there in the ocean, lake, whatever it is, it's dark down there. There is no light on waiting for you to find. The light goes with you. But when this judge says, no, I say it's this way, and if you argue with me, you're going to get it, right? The number 30 might be significant. You might be 30 years old. Let's get an initial on that. Zed. It's the last letter of the alphabet. That's what's coming to me. The end of it. The end of the trickery. The end of the judgment. The end of looking for something that you were told is there that you know bloody well isn't there. It doesn't even make sense that it would be there. But yet people will tell you it is. Change. Woo. Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Change. Change is coming. Change is happening. You're making the changes. Let's get an initial. J. Temperance under the Four of Wands. Great fortune. You see, this is what you see when you look at that butterfly. The messages that you've got, maybe from butterflies. Maybe every time you see a butterfly, something, it's only to confirm what your intuition has told you. Ideas and thoughts and riddles come into your head and you make sense of them. Right? That's a fortune in itself. To be able to figure out the truth. You gain so much fortune in this matrix. Your family might be very, very wealthy, and you're also, I feel like that's not what's important to you. The Knight of Pentacles is here. It's like you only get a small portion of that. You still get that to begin your, or maybe you're not getting as much. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe everybody gets like a huge amount of money when they get married, but because you're marrying somebody possibly or connecting with somebody that they don't agree with, you might only be getting the one pentacle. That could be for some of you. Let's get an initial on that. Letter C. High Priestess under the Ace of Cups. Community. You've got a new community around you now to give you the support you need to support what your intuition knows is right and true. But the old community didn't support you, so you had to suppress it. Now you have a new community. Initial. Letter X. Bottom of the deck, mature man. This could be connected to your family, or this could be a mature man that you've met in your new community. Maybe this mature man, I'm kind of feeling like this mature man is connected to your love interest. And they are not judgmental and kind and allow you to feel and think for yourself. You're not used to that. Again, coming from this new community. Your love interest might be a bit older than you, which is also something that they don't care for. Your family does not care for. You are with this person and drawn to this person for the right reasons. Love. You weren't out looking for a baby maker or a cook and a slave and a cleaner and you know what I mean? You're looking for love and companionship and true awareness of each other and respect. So congratulations to you water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Like I say, it's general. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but the Hocus Pocus is all the same this month for all the elements. It comes from what we're taught as soon as we get here, as soon as we're born into this matrix. So it's nice, though, at the same time, I'm happy because all the elements seem to be in line, which is good. That's like a step forward. It's not scattered all over the place because, we all have all the elements. We're connected. And so it's nice to see this connection of the elements. Everybody's kind of in line, waking up at the same time, so to speak. This is the Ask and It Is Given deck to close this Hocus Pocus message out and give you a message to take away for your highest good, please. For the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. My financial decline will not elevate. What? My financial decline will not elevate the impoverished. Oh. Okay. So you also might be a humanitarian, like this take therefore no thought for tomorrow shall take thought for this things of itself. So you might be worried about people that won't have something to eat tomorrow and that kind of thing, and you might really let it get to you. But you can't fix the whole world, and you putting yourself in their spot isn't going to change anything, is it? You're just switching out people. There's still somebody there with nothing because you gave it all away to help somebody else, and now you need the same thing. That doesn't really make much sense, does it? You cannot get poor enough to help impoverished people thrive. It is only in your thriving that you have anything to offer anyone. If you want to be of help to others, be as tapped in, and tuned on as you can possibly be, which is right here. This is what I was trying to say here. You are tuned into your intuition, not to what you were taught. Water signs, I hope that this has helped you. Again, it's really kind of nauseating, but if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, whether it resonated with you or not. If you're still here listening to me, thank you. And if you could poke the like button before you leave and make sure you're subscribed, I'd sure appreciate it. If you go to the channel, The Power of 3 in Me, and look at the numbers on my videos, you'll see why. But I sit down anyway, and I do it anyway because I love it. But for whatever reason, no matter what I do, I don't know. But water signs, I hope I see you again. I don't really know. But please take care of yourself. Bye for now.